No, this one should be red. And now it's white. You see? Okay, okay.
Okay. Should we start from there also? I don't know. I think. Should we start from there also?
I thought we were doing videos.
The method.
Okay, let's start.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Brightway Company. So it's Control Manufacturing Limited. So right now we are at the manufacturing company. Okay. Right now we can introduce to you, as you can see. Right now, this is the Source Control Manufacturing area. So this is the entrance. As you can see, it's the Brightway Energy Company Limited. Basically, this is where all the soils control for mud control systems are manufactured. As you can see, this is the area for manufacturing all the soils control system. So now let's take a look at that. You can see here it has a security guard here and the factory there and the offices here. So then let's go to the offices first and then see what Brightway is all about, because they told us Brightway has innovation, precision, and all the requirements that are required in soils control manufacturing. Okay. Right now, let's go to the offices first, and then after we go to the workshop. So first here we have the quality control department and inspection department. You can see, so here is where all the inspection for the materials and the soils control systems are inspected on computers before being processed outside for manufacturing. Then we have here the production offices. So for the production offices, this is where all the technicians and the drawings for the different systems like the mud control, the mud mixers, and then they are drawn and then inspected before manufacturing. All right, then here we have a meeting room for the different departments. They can meet up. Okay, so now let's go to the workshop and then we see how different equipments are assembled, okay, and then manufactured, and then also shipped, packaged and shipped. Oh, this is our chairman. Izzy, how are you, sir? You good? All right. Okay, so before we walk around the different manufacturing equipment and then soils control equipment, let me introduce to you about the Brightway company. So you can see Brightway started in 2012, and this is where they established this company. Okay, as you can see, it has over 70 companies, branches that have bought or all the soil control equipment. And then the subsidiaries are 11. We have in US, Canada, in India also, and in Nigeria. And then global agents, we are cooperating with 20, 21. And then we have over property patents of Brightway. All right, so these are the locations where Brightway is based. So we can see here Algeria, Libya, Canada, USA. You can see in China, South Korea, Thailand, Kazakhstan, Iraq, and then the different company branches. You can see America, Nigeria, India, Russia, and then these are the licenses. So about the qualifications, you can see it has received so many qualifications. So many, like certificate of registration, environmental management certificates, owner certificates, and so many. All of them, Brightway has achieved them. All right, and then these are some of the over the 100 patents that have got patents, which means that these are Brightway got rights on manufacturing of certain equipments. Okay, in that they are only eligible to be manufactured by Brightway company. So these are the patents. Then these are some of the teams that we work with, and team members here. It was set up for the Brightway company soils in Langzhou, and then these are some of the activities that Brightway carries out. And then some of the important customers you can see are Marco, the Onok, then local, so many. Okay. And then here, this here is just an explanation of how the drilling rig, takes place, and then expression of the how many meters needed, and then the ordering. This is about 15,000. And then this is an exclusive interview for the chairman. This was chairman when he attended the CCTV news for the interview. And then this was, this is the same. This was the same of the 15,000 meters drilling rig, which was assembled. And then these are some of the drawings. Okay, then next we are going to take at the factory. So the factory, what's needed before we access the factory, people are required to put on helmets, safety boots, and then, products for the factory. Okay. So at this moment, we can start with some of the molding machines. So these machines are required for the assembling, different assembling, like molding. Okay. Now this is the Ganter machine center. This is where all the equipments are primarily large or scale. They are assembled. So you can see here. So let's go. So we can see here different belts or rivets are connected and made and fabricated. Okay. Yes. So this is the machine that helps to weld them and formulate all those rivets. So we can see all these rivets. These rivets are used actually in the centrifuge. Okay, in the centrifuge, the decanter centrifuge. Okay. And then you can also hear this is the assembly machine. This one does the same machine as the other one, but this one does for smaller parts. Okay, and then the other does for big parts. And then these are some machines for the decanter centrifuge. As you can see, this is the one that goes into the separation box or the bowl. Okay, this one separates solids and liquids. This one can separate up to 2 to 5 microns. Yes, and then these are some parts of the decanter centrifuge. Okay. Yes, and this one is also some part of the decanter centrifuge, for which I will be introduced later on. That's also the decanter machining. It also does the same parts. And then for this machine carries out balancing between the for parts of the decanter centrifuge. Okay, as you can see there, it's under testing. All right. And then this one also is the molding machine for fabricating different materials, like it's used for making holes. Okay, holes between the bearings. These are the bearings. Okay, and that machine does it. And also some welds for the decanter centrifuge. And then you can see here also this is equipment for the decanter centrifuge. This is the ball diameter for the decanter centrifuge. There is some equipment here also for the decanter centrifuge. All right, so this is the ball for the decanter centrifuge. For all those ones who know it, that is being assembled right here. All right, and then this one also. This is for the small. This one, the other one is for the larger. This the high speed centrifuge, and then this is for the medium centrifuge, and then this is the separation ball for the decanter centrifuge. And then you can see some additional parts here. Very good. And then you can see also here the drilling machines. These are drilling machines for creating precision, okay? Precision between the equipment. Definitely. As you can see here, these are some of the belts, okay? Yeah, used for drilling. And then you can see the assembling machines for the decanter centrifuge. I think this one is undergoing assembling, okay? All right. And then you can see here some of the spare parts that are needed for the decanter centrifuge and some different parts. All right, so then let's go to this side. This side contains some of the parts that are used in assembling the mud shaker, the linear decanter, and then these are some of the engines. So you can see these are the engines connected to the the jet mud mixer. Okay, this is some of the for the engine. Actually, we call it motor. Sometimes we call it, the motor is put here and then the engine also put there. So that's connected to the jet mud mixer. All right. And then this one's, let me say, this is the ball for the decanter centrifuge. And then you can also see some motors here with different specifications. And then, yeah, also these ones, these motors are sometimes used for the conveyor. Okay, we connect them to the conveyor that used to transfer the things. And then these are the motors also. All right, so then some of the machines that we do here. So we have here, this is the mud mixer. I think most of you may be familiar with some of these machines which are used in switch control. Okay, now this is the decanter the mud mixer. Mud mixer, what does it do? Mud mixer has the filters and then the sanders. Okay, so this one does more together combined with the linear shaker and then the sanders and then the filters. Okay, so this one is under assembly and the filters have not been installed yet, but as you can see, we have them available. All right, then for the next part, this one, if you're familiar with this part, this is the what? Linear shell shaker. All right, so this shell shaker has 3 sieves, so better by it goes 1 and 1 layer. So the number will be 103. Okay. And then these ones have the same specifications because they are the same and they're under assembling. All right. So then here we go to this filter. These are some of the equipments used in the vacuum degasser. So these are some of the filters. This one spins. I'll introduce you the machine that does there, but they're also under assembling. All right, so then we go to the equipments here. So these are the equipments. These are the bow diameters for the decanter centrifuge. So the other equipments that I had introduced earlier, they are pressed inside here, and this is where all the separation for the solids happens. Okay. Then next, okay, let me introduce to you this one is under assembling. As you can see, this is one part of the decanter centrifuge. So this is the bow diameter. These are these machines here, and then this one, the separation bow has been installed. Okay, now this one is the same. This is the same as the other one, but this is bigger. This one has 3D filters and 24 descenders. So this is a high performance mud cleaner. All right, high performance mud cleaner with the linear shell shaker and then the descender and the filters. And then this one is also the same as the other one had introduced earlier. This is the linear shell shaker. Yes. And then this one has this one is the linear shell shaker. Yes, this one is the same as the other one with 103. And then this one is the 2-layer linear shell shaker. Why? Because it has 2 layers. And then the number will be the number of sieves that will be available, or filters. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay, so that means it will have 24 sieves. Okay. And then this is the 3-layer linear shell shaker. All right, so why 3? Because it has 3 layers for the linear shell shaker. So definitely it has the capacity to handle very high volumes of mud to be cleaned. All right. And in addition to that, it's Y3, 3 layers, and then 24 sieves. And then it has a capacity of 180 meters cubic per hour, and then output force is less than 8 Gs, and then the motor has a capacity of 2.345, and then the adjustment angle is 2 to 5 degrees, as you can see here, and the screen has a area of 9.8 meters square per meter squared. All right, and then the motion that is done is a linear motion, so definitely that one you're familiar with it. Okay, and then lastly, I'll introduce to you the assembled decanter centrifuge. So this decanter centrifuge has a capacity of about, it can filtrate mud fluids to 2 to 5 microns. All right, so I can introduce to you the motor. This motor has a capacity of 45 watts, and this is the main motor. And then here is the control box for definitely controlling, and then the smaller box. This one has a capacity of 25 kilowatts. And then at this moment, this is the chain box that goes in here, and then this is the bowl. The bowl, this is where the separation happens, and then this is the entrance for the mud. It's connected here. The pipe for the entrance, the mud is connected here, and the separation happens. Then this is the control box, the chain box for the main box. So it's connected there, and then the chain connects there, and then it spills around. All right. So, and then lastly, I'll introduce to you this machine. This machine is called the centrifuge dryer. So the other equipment that we introduced here is pressed inside here. It's pressed inside here. So this one separates mud. It's like, a sieve, okay? So whereby mud is pressed in, and then the soils are separated out, and then the liquid are also separated. So this one has more processing capacity compared to the linear shell shaker. All right, so, So for each motor is connected this side, and this motor has a capacity of about 55 kilowatts, and then a weight of over 600 kilograms. So, and then it has 2 motors and a smaller motor here. This motor has a capacity of about 34 kilowatts. All right, so thank you so much for following us, and this is the small introduction for the Brightway company soils control manufacturing equipment, and these are some of the equipment that I manufacture here. See you in the next one.